Hello guys, welcome back to Purple Daffodils. Today we are going to see a prose work written by Robin Sharma. Robin Sharma, he is a Canadian writer and a leadership expert. He published 12 books and his best known series is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, and he also worked as a lawyer until the age of 25, and he is the CEO of Sharma Leadership International, and he also founded the Robin Sharma Foundation for Children. He helps underprivileged children pursue their dreams through this foundation. An introduction to this prose, Rabin Sharma begins his prose work listening by bringing in the advice given to him by his mother. That is, you were given 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. Listen twice as much as you speak. Why Rabin Sharma's mother gave him this advice? No, Rabin Sharma, even though he's a studious person, he's quite talkative in his school. Even now he's quite talkative. He brings in a life example from his own life. He says whenever he travel in plane, he starts to talk by with the person who's nearby when the flight takes off, and he talks to him until the flight lands without even knowing his own the name of the passenger who's sitting nearby. That is how much talkative Robin Sharma is. And he says even though his mother's advice is easy, but it is still hard for him and he's still practicing it, because he says to the reader that God has given us 2 ears, not two mouth, which means God wants us to listen to others twice as much as we speak. That is why God has given us 2 ears and a mouth. So he also says listening is one of the best way to create deep human connection. And when you listen, you must listen with every fiber of your being, which means you must listen with full concentration. And then he talks about importance of listening. So what most of us, including me, including Robin Sharma, including others, what people think is listening means until waiting for the person who is speaking to stop, but that doesn't mean listening. And some people think listening means preparing their own replies in their mind. That is also not a true listening. So that is what Rabin Sharma says about the importance of listening. Most people think listening means waiting for other person to stop speaking. In reality, many people spend that time preparing their own replies instead of truly listening. So what he wants is we have to listen with every fiber of our body, which means we have to listen carefully. We should not wait for them to finish their talking, or we should not create replies in our mind. Next, he brings out a famous words said by Elliot Spitzer, a New York Attorney General. He says, never talk when you cannot, which means instead of using your mouth, you can simply give your reply when there is a physical language is easy than using your mouth or to give a reply, which means give your answer in a precise way rather than taking length, or rather than taking long time to convey your information. And then Robin Sharma says attentive listening shows that we value and respect other person's thoughts and feeling, and listening will help us to build a meaningful and lasting relation. And if you want to become a world class listener, you have to follow a few things. That is, you must show genuine interest in what others have to say. And Robin Sharma, he says for that you have to get behind the people's eyeball, which means see the world from other person's point of view, understand their feeling and perspectives. And this help develop trust and stronger relationship among us. He gives few he gives us few advantages of listening, or good listening. A good listener gain valuable information. And while others are talking, the listener is listening. He quotes, he is not doing all talking but doing all the listening, which means when other person is talking, you have to listen carefully. Listening is your only job. You should not frame answers in your mind. You should not wait for him to complete, but rather than listen with utmost care. And listening is more powerful than constantly speaking. Instead of spending your time in monologues in the sense, rather than you alone speaking and speaking, speaking, give time to or others to speak instead of you alone speaking. Okay, that is what he meant by monologue. And then here are few practical tips that Rabin Sharma wants to give his readers to become a better listener. So when you are in conversation with somebody, when you were talking to them, and even after you complete your speaking, you did not get your response in 60 seconds, means you are talking way too much, and the person who is opposite or who is having conversation with you have lost interest in whatever you are telling. That is why they couldn't give you reply in 60 seconds, which is a sign that you should speak stopping. I mean, you should stop speaking and give time to the other one who's in conversation with you. And you should not never interrupt the speaker before they finish, and listen patiently without planning your reply. In professional or in business situation, write down the important points while the other one is speaking, and this shows the respect and a genuine desire to learn. And before expressing your opinion, you should summarize what you understand. You can use words like, just to make sure I understand you, or you saying like this, or you conveying this information. Please ensure that you are right, and then after give your point of view, or after give your own idea. And this will help you avoid misunderstanding and confirms that you understand the speaker correctly. And then Sharma goes on to the next idea, that is listen to music daily. See, no writer will insist you to listen to music, right? But Rabin Sharma wants you to listen music daily. Okay, he says the power of music is very big rather than anything, because music has the power to lift your spirit. And to show you that thing, he brings in an example from a movie called Jerry Maguire, and where the hero Tom Cruise, he feels joyful after hearing his favorite song Free Fallen by Tom Petty. So after hearing this particular song, Tom Cruise, his mind is filled with excitement, and he that made him to sing the song aloud. And this shows how music can instantly lift our spirits and improve our mind. And he also lists few benefits of music. It will lift your mood, brings a smile to your face, improves your quality of life, makes you feel energetic, joyful and relaxed. And everyone has experienced hearing the right song at the right moment. If you do that, that will definitely do magic to your being. And then Raman Sharma gives you few suggestions to change your style of listening, or to adapt to listening and improve your life. Build a collection of your favorite songs, the continuation of listening to music, right? So he says not only hearing right music at the right moment is important, but you can also create a collection, a playlist of your favorite song, and listen to the music that fills your heart with joy every day. And then he says, whenever he is writing books, and that time, as I said earlier, he already published 12 books. So whenever he sit for writing a book, he used to hear Johann Pachelbel's Canon in D. and jazz legend Chet Baker's Around Midnight. These two songs gave him inspiration to write book. And when he goes to seminar, he used to hear energetic music to feel confident on the stage. While traveling, he used to listen to inspiring movie soundtracks to stay motivated. So he says even a few minutes of music every day can improve your mood and helps you to perform at your best. He brings in Kaizen principle, how one can develop a positive way of living a life by following this Kaizen principle. So every day you should start your day with a pleasant music, spend time with positive and inspiring people, read good books, attend seminars that promote your personal growth, and follow the Kaizen principle, which means continuous self improvement through small daily changes. If you do all these things to develop yourself every day, give few minutes or a few hours for your own future, for your own well-being, then definitely that will bring you a great change in the future. And that is what Kaizen principle means. Every day you must give few minutes or spend few minutes that you wanted to achieve something in your life, then that will one day help you to achieve that aim or a goal. And thank you for listening patiently so far, and this is the by Robin Sharma. You should listen with whole heart, and listening not just gives you a good bond and create good relationship, but it will build you a good career. And listening to music will enhance your mood, mind shift, and following case in principle you will achieve great steps in your life. That is what the whole of listening by Robin Sharma talks about. And thank you for patiently listening. Do like, share, and subscribe.